K1BOB W5ABI. How do you copy, Bob?
Stand by, Joe.
Roger.
Yeah, Joe, you're good here. About an S8 right now, but we've got short skip going. Maybe it'll get better.
I hope so. I'm using a different amp. I'm back to the AL80D. I'm going to do some of the mods to the SC220. So I was wondering how it sounded over.
Yeah, you're bouncing off a 9 now, Joe. You're bouncing off a 9. No problems at all. You got the same mic, and how much power are you running?
Yeah, same mic, just a different amplifier. So we're going to do all the mods on the C20. I think it's got a couple soft tubes, so big investment here.
Yeah, I've got an old, I think it's a 3-tuber amp. I'm going to just change the tubes in it. It's getting quite old. It's over 10 years old, I think, now. I use it occasionally upstairs in a second floor room. Anyway, K1BOB, good to hear you. Good to know you're there, Joe.
Yeah, thanks for coming back, Bob. Hopefully conditions will improve. K1BOB W5ABI.
This is K1BOB, Kilo 1, Bravo, Oscar, Bravo in Idaho. We're going to begin the Air Force Flyers Club Net on the hour, and that would be in 11 minutes and counting. Was that somebody asking if we were using the frequency? The frequency is in use, sir. This is K1BOB, Air Force Flyers is beginning in about 10 minutes on this freak, sir. Thank you for asking. K1BOB. W5OG, K1BOB. W5OG, K1BOB.
Yeah, good morning, Bob. I'm still getting going here. You want me to bring in Don if he's there this morning?
Yeah, he just came in. I've been talking to him. If you wouldn't mind doing that, otherwise I'll ask Chief Mike to do. I haven't heard his signal today, but you're getting up here just fine, Dale. So let's go with you if you wouldn't mind doing that. I would appreciate it. Otherwise, I'll back you up and do it.
Yeah, no worries. I got it. I just don't have everything going yet. I'll get the echo link up right now, Bob. No problem.
Roger, Roger. Thank you, sir. K1BOB. Hey, Flyers is going to start in 4 minutes. 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, look, check. W5OG.
Good morning and happy Cinco de Mayo and welcome to the Air Force Flyers Club Net. This is Kilo 1, Bravo, Oscar, Bravo. Name here is Bob. I'll be your net controller. My location, about 30 miles north of Boise, Idaho in the Idaho West Central Mountains. This net begins this time of year at 1500 Zulu right now. We are on 14290 upper side band, usually 7 days a week, every day of the year. We are currently streaming on YouTube. Go to YouTube search and put in K1BOB and you'll find the live stream on right now, and you can see the question of the day there. We are also on NetLogger, thanks to Leon. The N5BE, thanks Lee, and also the question is in the AIM window, the AIM window, and you can see the question of the day there in case the reception there is not good. The Flyers Club consists of military aviation members, both active and retired, from all services air branches. We also very much like to welcome visitors to the net, and you don't need to be involved with the military or aviation to check in. If you'd like to learn more about us, please visit our website at www.airforcesflyersclub.org. That's airforcesflyersclub.org. And as mentioned, we are on NetLogger. If you want to get a NetLogger, we will get you on the list automatically. Otherwise, check in on the HF radio, and I'll be asking for any further check-ins here in a moment. Break. K1BOB. Our net format is to go once down the initial check-in list, make a second call for check-ins, and go to a 73 round to complete the net. Please try and limit your comments to 2 minutes. This is a directed net. Contact me, net control. Please use the words contact, relay, info, or check-in as required. We are a national net and scope, realizing and utilizing relay stations across the country. When checking in, it's very important to give your call sign slowly and phonetically, followed by your name and location if you would. And if you need an early out for the net, let me know. We'll get you at the top of the list there. So with that, let me see. Are there any further? I'm going to go down the list of check-ins first, so if you know you're there. And I'm looking at NetLogger, courtesy of N5BE. Thanks, Lee. And on the NetLogger this morning, we have Don, K0ZNC, in Longmont, Colorado, and he's going to be simulcast in by Dale, W5OG. Next, we have Uncle Cliff, W5PIX, in Bulverde, I believe, Texas, where he's experimenting with a new antenna. But it's working, Cliff, and he's only on 100 watts, I believe. Good morning, Uncle Cliff. Next, we have Dan in Edmond, Oklahoma, N5NOQ. Good morning to you, Dan. And after that, we have in Arlington, Texas, Lee. That's N5BE, one of our net controllers also, and running the NetLogger, doing a great job there, Lee. Thank you very much for keeping me straight. After that, we have Rod in El Paso, Texas, number 736, and he is Kilo Lima 1 Yankee. Good morning, Rod. After that, we have our ops officer. That's Carl in Sparks, Nevada. He is KF7GJO. Good morning, Carl. And next we have John with a good signal from Peoria, Arizona, and that's Whiskey 7 Alpha Juliet November. Next we have our Vice Commander, that's W5OG Dale in Mineola. He runs our net on Thursdays, and he is also going to relay in Don today. Thank you, Dale. Next we have our exec officer, and that would be Captain Bill up in Scotia, New York. His call sign is W2WLD. Good morning, Bill. After that, we have Charlie, which we've mentioned, in Cartersville, Georgia. He is running the YouTube live stream, so get on there, give him a thumbs up, and enjoy his live stream. You can listen to it there on his Flex radio, and you can see the question of the day, and you can get in his chat box, too. Make sure you give him a thumbs up there. Yeah, he gets extra millions for that. Okay, Charlie's call sign is K4YDB. Next, we have another net controller there for Fridays, and that is Chief Mike out in Choctaw, Oklahoma, still near his old home base there, Pinker, WW5ENZ. Morning, Chief Mike. And then we have Professor Bob out in Pleasanton, California. Love the name. NX6RG. Good morning, Bob. And after that, we have Joe out down in Las Cruces with a good signal, W5ABI. Good morning again, Joe. After that, we have another net controller there, and that is Bob. I'm not sure if it's in his holiday home or Lutz, but he's in Florida. I know that. K2SJT. Good morning, Bob. Next, we have WB5DRI. That is Brian in San Antonio, and he is our Saturday. It's a rough day. He's our Saturday controller. After that, we have up in Petersburg, New Jersey, Ray, WB2JJO. And I see from Wiley, Texas, Brandon just checked in. His call sign is KI5 Sierra X-Ray Echo. Good morning, Brandon. With that, if I mentioned your name, you don't need to check in now, but I'm going to ask for any other check-ins. Anybody who I didn't mention on the list this morning, please come now with your call sign, slowly and phonetically, your name and location, please. One more time. Anyone that would like to check in on the HF here that I didn't mention, if you'd like to check in, come now with your call sign, name and location. K1BOB calling. Okay, nothing heard here. Let me see if I can get Uncle Bill up there, W2WLD in Scotia, New York. Bill, would you give a call, please, sir?
Yeah, welcome, Bob. This is W2WLD. Relaying from net control to the Air Forces Flyers Club Net. We're taking check-ins. Members or guests, please call now. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. It sounds familiar. Give me your name, sir. Say the name again. November Alpha Tango Echo. W4NBK. Any other check-in? Checking in with us. Have a great day, 73. Bob, I had one, but he had to leave. So back to you. K1BOB, W2WLD.
Okay, very good, Bill. He had one on the hook, folks, but it slipped off the hook. 73 to Nate there. This is K1BOB. Well, let me try, who shall I try here? Let's try W7AJN. John Peoria, you got a good signal. Could you give a call out from the west here, please? Okay, W7AJN. John, could you give a call out for the net, please?
Requesting call in for the Airport Flyers Club Net. Please come now. Nothing heard, Bob.
Okay, nothing heard here. Thank you very much, John. Let's try one more. Let's try W5ABI. Joe, would you give a call out from the city of Crosses there?
W5ABI, net control. Check-in for the Air Forces Flyers Club Net. Members of that. Calling out. Over. I don't hear anybody on this end, Bob. W5ABI.
Okay, thanks very much. And I want to acknowledge Steve, K6PX in San Diego. Good morning to you, Steve. I hope you can hear me. I think we have short skip. It may work. Okay, with that, is there anybody on today's list that I've mentioned that needs an early out? And if you do, we'll move you towards the top of the list. Please come now with your call sign only. Okay, well, nothing heard. Got anything here? I don't think so. Maybe one more time for any early outs. Please come now with your call. Okay, let us begin the net here. It's 10 after 1500. And here's the question of the day. The question is posted in the AIM window, the AIM window on NetLogger. It is on NetLogger. It's a little hard to read there, but without the separation on the statement. And it's also streaming live on on Charlie's streamer there, K1BOB on the stream on YouTube. So you can see it in both places, and in fact, I'm going to give it to you verbally here. And it's the topic of discussion. And here we go. Here's just a little intro. Don't write all this down. Just kind of listen. And then I'll give you some true or false statements. I'll give you true or false statements at the end of my intro here. But here we go. Something you've probably heard about. The heavier and slower an aircraft, the greater the weight. So it's typically the case that aircraft create the most weight during takeoff, departure, approach, and landing. The heavier aircraft pose the most danger to the lightest aircraft. So a departing airliner can leave a massive wake capable of upsetting airplanes taking off or landing behind it. Air traffic controllers often use the phrase caution wake turbulence or use the word heavy when referring to large planes on the radio. If you've ever been number one on the runway following a large jet in a Cessna 150, you know what I'm talking about. It can be scary, and you normally stall a little bit even before or after they let you take off. So which of these statements are false? Which, if any, of these statements are false? Here we go. Statement A. A heavy designation generally means an aircraft has a certified maximum takeoff weight of 300,000 pounds or greater. I'll say that again. Statement alpha. A heavy designation generally means an aircraft has a certified maximum takeoff weight of 300,000 pounds or greater. Break. And here is statement B. This is K1BOB. The term super technically means super heavy. It is only used for the Airbus A380, the Boeing 747, and the Antonov A225 when it is operational, when it was operational. Once again, statement Bravo. The term super technically means super heavy. It is only used for the Airbus A380, the Boeing 747, and Antonov AN225 when it was operational. Here is statement Charlie. The Boeing 757 is classified as a narrow-body aircraft with a maximum takeoff weight of 255,000 pounds. However, it is considered a heavy aircraft in the wake turbulence category. Statement Charlie. The Boeing 757 is classified as a narrow-body aircraft with a maximum takeoff weight of 225,000 pounds, but is considered a heavy aircraft in the wake turbulence category. Break. Okay, two more to go. Statement Delta, true or false? The USAF C5 is considered a heavy aircraft when at minimum gross weight. The United States Air Force C5, what's that called? Galaxy, is considered a heavy aircraft when at minimum gross weight. And the last one, statement Echo. The Charlie 17, the C-17, is not considered a heavy aircraft ever due to having winglets. Answer Echo. The Charlie 17, the C-17, is not considered a heavy aircraft ever due to having winglets. This is K1BOB. We're going to start down the list here. Break. Okay, that heated the amp up a little bit. And let's ask Dale, W5OG, if you'd please bring in Don with the tough job of trying to figure this out. But he's a smart man. W5OG, please simulcast K0ZNC.
Okay, will do, Bob. K0ZNC, go ahead. I'll bring you in, W5OG.
You know, real fine. Hang on while I turn down the SDR here. I'm not hearing Bob on Utah 2. Pretty much not at all. I did hear something about the question of what are the false statements, but I couldn't hear what the statements were or anything. So Utah 2 is not all that good for me this morning. So I'll just pass on the question, and we'll try it again tomorrow probably. Well, let's say good morning to everyone out there. K0ZNC here, Don in Longmont, Colorado. Good morning to all the flyers and our visitors, if we have any. I'm not sure we do. But conditions are, at least for Utah 2, are not all that good. I did hear W5ABI and the W2WLD on Utah 2 when they went looking for chicken. So they're coming through fine, but Bob, you're not coming through on Utah 2, in my opinion, at all. So we've got a really nice day brewing here today, nice and sunshiny. It's currently 54 degrees. We're going to have a high today of 68. And the really nice part about the forecast today is we've got a 50%, a 50% chance of rain today. We'll take it. We'll take it till we can get that way. So far, we've been pretty lucky. We've only had one forest fire, even though it's been really dry. We're going to have a tough summer, I think. Our snowfall was way below the forecasted amount this last winter for total. I think normally we have, 30 feet or so I don't think we had 20 feet up there this year. Of course, we're going to rid that loss when it comes time to fill the reservoirs. I think we drew a draw water from the reservoirs for equal water and all. Let's see, I guess that's about it. Don't have anything else to add. I do have. We're pretty well opened up for shutdown, and the facility I'm at has been removed, and everybody's free to move about. This last week they did have a recommendation for wearing face masks and maintaining social distancing, but even that's been removed. So everything's open. Meeting each other in the halls and saying hi again. That's good news. With that, we'll turn it back to you, Dale. Thank you much to the two of you, Bob and Dale, for getting me on the air this morning. I appreciate it. With that, back to you, K1BOB via W5OG. This is K0ZNC.
W5OG, back to net.
Yeah, W5OG, K1BOB. Thank you very much, Dale, for bringing in Don. And yeah, I know Don can't hear me. I'm only a couple hundred miles away from the SDR2 in Ogden there, so it's not a good bet for me, that's for sure, unless you go real short skip, and that is not very frequently. But you'll pick up all the more long distance stations into there. So you might have to try station out east. My signal's going right over Ogden on that SDR2 there. So thanks again, Dale. And Don, very good. I know you're not hearing me. SDR2 is good for most signals, but if a couple of us up here in Ogden or just up here in Idaho, it does not work well. most every day. So with that, let's go out to Oklahoma. That's Dan, N5NOQ. Good morning, Dan. What you got up? You want to answer the question today? Dan, N5NOQ, in Edmond, Oklahoma. You're up, Dan. W5OG. You want to give it a try, Dale?
He'd be too close to me if he's in Edmond, Bob.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's try a little further out. Let's try Bob, K2SJP. Could you try to get a hold of Dan, N5NOQ, please?
N5NOQ, WW5ENZ. You're up for the net, sir.
He's just up the road in Edmond there, Mike. Let's try K2SJP last time. Here, Bob, could you give him a call? Okay, well, I'm striking out on all counts here. I think some people start listening when they know their name's going to come up. That's okay. Let's go on to Lee. I know he's there and he's running the net logger and doing a fine job. Let's go to N5BE. Good morning again, Lee.
K1BOB N5BE. Hey, did you skip over Cliff, Bob?
Yeah, I did. Let me back up a minute. Sorry, Clifford. W5PIX. W5PIX. Yeah, when the colors keep changing on NetLogger, I easily get confused and distracted. But I missed you there, Cliff. W5PIX. Your turn, Uncle Cliff.
Well, Commander, no problem. No problem. W5PIX here. Well, I knew you missed me, but hey, that's all right. Well, I've been looking at the question over there on Charlie's YouTube. I'm going to go with Echo, and anyways, that's my answer. Because it is a wide body, and it does create turbulence. At present, we've got rain in the neighborhood, and 63 degrees here, just north of San Antonio. And I am on the long wire with a little bit of a tuner there, and 100 watts, and a little bit of mic gain. And anyways, and some lightning in the area. I did hear some thunder, but I don't have anything saying, you better duck and run. So anyways, that's my answer, and that's the conditions here, waiting on the low. So this is W5PIX, back to K1BOB.
Okay, Uncle Cliff, my apologies again. And on the long wire now, it's doing better than I heard you earlier there on the double loop duper there. And got you down for answer echo, because you say that's a wide body. I got you down for answer echo as being false. So we are looking for the false answer or answers, if any. So very good, Uncle Cliff. Let's see. Now we'll go back to Lee. N5BE. Thanks, Lee.
Yeah, K1BOB N5BE. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, everyone on the net. Back when I flew a lot with Bell, going all over the place, domestically and internationally, we had a big helicopter. It looked like a big Huey, right? That's what it looked like. But it was enormous. Had a 54-foot rotor on it. Let's see, almost 4,000 staff horsepower and 18,500 gross weight. So when we were coming in, we'd say 214 Sierra Tango Heavy, and ATC loved it. They played along with it. All right, this question is astronomical, Bob. I tip of the hat to you. So let's dissect this. 747 is not in the super heavy carry category. So B is false. Let's see, what was the other one? Charlie. I don't, that gross weight on that 757 is not correct. So, I don't know where that number came from, but I'm going C is incorrect, and Echo is false. So I'm going Bravo Charlie Echo. Oh my gosh, this is really tricky, Bob. The way you worded it, I have to smile. Well done. K1BOB and 5BE.
Okay, Ed 5BE, very good. I appreciate the dissection there, Lee. I haven't had that before. But very good. Good answer there. And we better move on here before I get in trouble. KL1Y, Kilo Lima 1 Yankee. That's Rod in El Paso. Rod, you're up for the Flyers Club. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Commander Bob, K1BOB and Flyers. Hope everyone's having a great morning so far. Had a good weekend.
Kilo Lima 1 Yankee. Rod, are you there? You're up for the Flyers, sir.
He's talking.
Roger, Roger. Roger. So we're going to go with answers B and E, Bravo and Echo for the answers. And we'll turn it back over to Commander Bob, K1BOB, Michelle 1Y.
He turned it and said Bravo and Echo for him, Bob, W5OG relay.
Okay, Bravo and Echo. Sorry to walk on you there, Rod. I couldn't hear a thing on my radio, but I was getting you on the SDR though when I turned it on. So get you down for Bravo and Echo. Thank you, Rod. And good morning to you. I'm glad you can hear me. I just couldn't hear anything. I usually hear everybody in Texas. So, oh well, let's go out to Carl in Sparks, Nevada. Our operations officer, KF7 GJO. Good morning, Sparky.
Okay, Bob. Well, good morning, everybody. Anybody out there can hear me? Interesting word propagation. Almost everybody is non-existent on the wireless and on Utah. Coming through here, listen, my headphone cuts right off my ears. Lee, as usual, has a beautiful sound, and Dale has a good sound out there. Chris, boy, it's the best I've ever heard you in all the years that I've been dead. So anyway, strange propagation this morning. And boy, there's nothing like posing a tricky question there, depending upon how you read this thing, which is the false answer. Let's go through this from the standpoint of FAA air traffic. Well, I've been retired for a few decades now. Answer A, a heavy airplane is an aircraft capable of weighing 3,000 pounds or more. So we're going to call A as a true statement. Super or super heavy? I've never heard that. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's never something that I ever heard or used. So we're going to go Bravo is false. B is false. 757, I never thought of it as being a narrow-body airplane, but no, it is not a heavy jet. So C is false. D, David, Delta, C5, no question, that thing is heavy. Remember what I said under A, that it's an aircraft capable of weighing 300,000 or greater. So B is a true statement. The C-17, Winwood? No, I can't buy off on E. So Bravo, Charlie, and Echo are my three guesses at the false statement. I guess it's kind of an interesting question when you pose it that way, Bob. So, B, C, and E, and I'll be with you to the end. Back to you there, K1BOB, K7,
K1BOB, W5OG, could you relay that? I could barely hear him on SCR2 and nothing here. Did he have an answer this morning?
Yeah, what was the false statements again? If you don't mind, I did not. I wasn't paying that much attention. Carl, if you give me your answers one more time.
Yeah, they all the same as Lee, Bravo, Charlie, and Echo.
Yeah, okay, he's got them posted up there. I see that now. Sorry. These short naps are great, though. All right, back to Ned, W5OG.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Dale. Sorry, he's another very close one, and he's close to Ogden like I am, so I couldn't hear him there. Let's see, who do we have next? That's John. We were having good contact earlier. Let's go to W7AJN. John. And don't necessarily go with Lemmings on this one. I'll just say that this morning. W7AJN. John, go ahead. You're up. Good morning.
K1BOB W7AJN. Good morning, Bob. And good morning to all the flyers on the net. It's a cloudy day here in Peoria, Arizona, where we have 59 degrees right now, and it's only going to go up to 71 today. So very cool day for the desert here. So the girls are doing okay. And let's see, I'm going to go with on your answer or your question there. Pretty complicated question, but I'm going to have to go with Charlie and Echo. I'm not sure about Bravo, but I'll go with Charlie and Echo as my false answers. So I'll be here to the bottom. K1BOB W7AJN.
W7AJN, K1BOB, good F9 here, John. We've got you down for Bravo and Echo, I believe you said. And Charlie and Echo, I'm sorry, Charlie and Echo. And, well, let's go to our Vice Commander there, W5OG. I don't know, have you ever been called a heavy, Daryl?
Yes, the 7.6, I flew the 7.6 a lot, and it was designated a heavy. And as a matter of fact, the 7.5 is also, as far as the wake turbulence intervals that are required. They're required for the 757, even though it's not does not meet the weight restriction. So that means that we're right to the question. And yeah, I think B is not correct because there is a super heavy term. It didn't come along until much after you were controlling, I think, Carl. But anyway, and I believe it's only for the A380 and the Antonov 220 AN 225. I don't believe it's the 747 is not referred as a super heavy. I don't believe. I could be wrong. And as far as the C answer, that is a correct statement. The 255, I believe, is for the 200. The 300 757 we had in UPS went up to 275,000 pounds max gross takeoff weight. But it is considered a heavy for the wake turbulence delays. And the C5 is definitely a heavy aircraft always, and the C-17 is a heavy aircraft also always, regardless of winglets or not. So put me down for Bravo is incorrect, and also Echo there, Bob. We'll see how that comes out. Beautiful morning again here in East Texas. Everything's hunky-dory. And we'll put it back. You got a nice long list there, Bob. And I'll be here to the bottom. K1BOB, W5OG.
W5OG, K1BOB. Very good, Dale. We'll put you down for a Bravo and an Echo. A Bravo and an Echo. Dale knows things about this stuff. We shall see. Next, let's go out to Bill. I guess P3 wasn't a heavy. W2WLD. Out to you, Bill. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Bob. Good morning, all. Well, either propagation is up and down, or you've been turning your antenna, Bob, because you've gone from perfectly readable to very difficult to pull out of the noise. So you're okay now. The word of the day is rain. It rained all day yesterday, and boy, the sumps in my basement are working overtime. But so far, so good. No, the P3 was not a heavy nor a super heavy. But as far as the question goes, I don't think the 747 is super heavy, so I think Bravo is false for that reason, and I think Echo is false because the C-17 is certainly heavy. So I'm with Dale. Bravo Echo, please, Bob. K1BOB, W2WLD.
W2WLD, good copy, Bill. And we'll get you in sync with Dale. Probably a good company to be with, perhaps. Get you down for Bravo and Echo. Thanks, Bill, and hope the sumps keep working. How many you got in your basement? 2 of them?
Yeah, 2. One in the front, one in the back.
Yeah, I've got 2, but they don't do anything anymore since we abated the winter snow runoff away from the house. The basement stays perfectly dry. Okay. Well, I think the other one's for the toilet down here. I take that back. I only got 1. Okay, let's go to Charlie, K4YDB. Thank you for the live stream, Charlie. And once again, everybody, give him a thumbs up on there. If you get on there, don't forget to go to the bottom and hit the thumbs up. Yeah, he gets tax credits and millions of dollars when you do that. K1BOB, right, Charlie?
You shouldn't have done that, because now I'm laughing. I can't stop. Anyway, K1BOB is K4YDB. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Right now, it's currently 64 degrees in here. It's supposed to be around 70 today. Yesterday was kind of chilly all day. We had a light breeze, but today it looks like it's going to be a nice day outside. I do need to go back up to the courthouse. Hopefully I don't have to go but one more time, and I'll be done with that project. All the paperwork arrived yesterday. So anyway, I'll get that taken care of this morning it's afternoon right after the net. Right now, conditions are not that bad here. I'm hearing just about everybody. Bob, your signals come up quite nicely there. Bill faded a little bit, but he came right back up again. But anyway, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot else today. I got to mow grass again, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow because it's still a little bit wet. We got a lot of rain the other day. But as far as the question goes, I'm going to go with what Dale said. B&E, he seemed like he knew what he was talking about. All right, this is K4YDB, back to net.
Okay, Charlie. Well, thanks again for doing the live stream there, and you're going with what Dale said, and Bill said B&E, analyzing the group here. Very good. Okay, well, next we're going to go out to Mike, Chief Mike out in Choctaw. Hope you can hear me, Mike. Usually we're strong to each other, I think. And Mike knows about heavy aircraft. He worked on a lot. WW5ENZ. Good morning, Chief.
All right, K1BOB, WW5ENZ. Yeah, you've been fading in and out, though. I had you as low as a 3 and then up to 9. So, boy, the conditions are very interesting. Yeah, every time I got a ride in a B-52, it was always a heavy. Whether we didn't have any bombs on it or anything, but it was still considered a heavy. So it makes a lot of sense. But I think, Lincoln, this is a lot of question here. I'm sure glad the live stream is working for sure, because it's kind of hard to pull it off of the net logger. But anyway, yeah, I made a quick run this morning. I had to pick up some food at Walmart and came back, and yeah, but I forgot what I really went up there for was a light bulb. And I got back home, I forgot the light bulb. Anyway, enough of that. That's just me being old. But as far as the question goes, I looked at all this stuff on here, and I'm going, I just think it's echo. The only one I think is really wrong is echo. I heard what Dale said about Bravo, but I don't know. I think some of the 747 squeaks in there. But I'm going to go with just echo. So just put me down for echo, and I'll be here to the bottom. WW5ENZ, turning this back to you, Bob, K1BOB. Great net so far.
Okay, Chief Mike, very good. Yeah, the B-52 certainly was considered a heavy, especially with a full ordnance load. It was immensely heavy, heavier than most all the airliners, except for the huge ones. So we've got you down for just echo, is that correct?
QSL, just echo.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Very good. I never forget anything. Hi. All right, next let's go out to Professor Bob. He's got a slide roll out analyzing this problem. And let's go to NX6RG. Good morning, Bob. You're up for the net, sir.
K1BOB, this is NX6RG. Boy, signals are very weak out here today, and QSB on top of that. So it's not a great day out here for receiving signals. Anyway, I don't know the answer to this, but I'm going to copy off Dale's paper and say Bravo Echo. I was going to put down Charlie, but Dale said no. That falls into a weight turbulence category, even though it doesn't meet the gross weight. So I didn't know that, but so anyway, just put me down for Bravo and Echo. Bravo and Echo would be my answer today. K1BOB, this is NX6RG.
K1BOB, NX6RG. Bob, I got you just to S3, but I copied everything you said there. Got you down for what he said, Bravo Echo. And very good, yeah, conditions aren't great, and they are going up and down here. That's just what I'm seeing too, Mike. So, well, let's go out to Joe in Las Cruces. He's been thinking about this. He's got a slide roll out also. W5ABI. Good morning, sir. You're up, Joe.
Yeah, K1BOB and the Flyers, W5ABI. Yeah, good morning, Bob. Good morning to the rest of the guys. Thanks for running the net. Kind of an interesting day here. Signals are down. You're about to set S8 that's perfectly copied. I'm using the SDR for just about everybody. Even Dale, and usually he's 28 and usually 20 over. So, fans in currently, let me see, 74. I think the weatherman is off. Anyhow, so I got 73. Excuse me. Anyhow, my answer is I'm going to go with Bravo and Echo. We're going to be here at the bottom. K1BOB, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe. Very good. Joe is analyzing the group, and he's come up with Bravo and Echo, and at this time I'm going to have my wife start preparing the lemming T-shirts and has to send out to everybody. But they've gone down from $14 to $10 due to deflation. Okay, Joe. Very good. Copied all that. Not too good. It is up and down. Next, let's try to go out to Bob, K2SJP, Florida. K2SJP. Bob, you're up. Good morning.
Good morning, Bob. Good morning to all of you. Wow, it's been good, Bob. Not even on the just about happy with it. We got 83 degrees over here in Tampa Bay. I'm over here remote in Holiday. Let's see, on the question, I'm going to give you some info here. Let me look at your question. Offerings are definitely true because over 300,000 pounds is considered heavy. Now on Bravo, super does mean super heavy. And it is correct to say that it is used only to the M380. The 747 is never a super heavy nose the Antonov OM-225. So Bravo is incorrect. Charlie 757 is narrow body. That is correct. Delta is too far and even at minimum close flight. That is correct. Echo, the C-17 is not considered a heavy aircraft ever due to wing rest. So the C-17 is a heavy aircraft, and it has nothing to do with the wing rest. The word of the wing rest doesn't make it heavy. It is a heavy aircraft. So Echo is incorrect. So my answers are Bravo and Echo. Thanks for running the net, Bob. We'll be back for the end. K1BOB, back to you, Bob.
Okay, K2FJP, K1BOB, got you down for Bravo and Echo, Bob, and yeah, your signal's not a S9 Plus here. It's about a 5 right now today. It is what it is. It's spotty out there. I noticed I tend to look at the Aurora statistics. It's shot up since the net started, and I don't think it helps us out at all, but it is kind of spotty, the propagation across the U.S. With that, well, let's see what Brian thinks. Should I send you a T-shirt, Brian, for being a lemming? WB5 CRI. Good morning, Brian. You're up, sir.
Okay, Bob, K1BOB and the net. This is WB5DRI down here in San Antonio. Well, good morning, Bob, and good morning to all the flyers and to the net. We've got a nice day going on down here. I say nice because we got rain. We had some pretty good rain this morning. Nice, slow, gentle rain, and it's still kind of cloudy and overcast and maybe sprinkling a little bit. Hope we get some more, but we'll take all the drops we can get, and it's lovely to have it. Anyway, the temperature is cooler also because of that. We're about 64 only, and our low this morning was in the low 60s, so I think we're going to have a hard time getting up to 86 today, which is what the weatherman said last night that we were going to have for a high temperature today. So it's going to have to burn off a lot to get to 86. I'm not sure that it'll get there, but it's going to be a nice day here anyway, especially with the rain. But thanks for getting us in there this morning, Bob. Great questions there. I think the only aircraft that was considered super was the AN-225, and also I think the C-17 is considered a heavy aircraft. So I'm going to go with Bravo and Echo. I don't know if that makes me a lemming or not. Those were my initial thoughts on this question when I first read it here. But anyway, good to be here this morning, and I'll stick around to the bottom, Bob. K1BOB, WB5DRI, back to net. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, Brian, very good. Got that. Got you down for a non-lemming T-shirt there with a Bravo Echo with original thinking there. So we'll just give you the T-shirt that says, I just like being a lemming with them. So with that, Brian, yeah, you just faded right down with this crazy propagation. Well, let me do something I should have been doing about 3 seconds ago, and that is turning the antenna right up to northeast WB2JJO. Ray, way up in New Jersey. Good morning, Ray. I hope you can hear me a little better now. Whiskey Bravo 2, Juliet Oscar. Ray, are you there? You're up. Yeah, I got you, Ray. Okay, Ray. Yeah, you're booming in here. You're booming in here now. I turned the antenna on you and got you down for all true. Ray, original thinking, all true. And he goes, he wants the I am not a lemming hat. Okay. Thanks, Ray. And let me see. Who's next? We got Brandon down in Wiley. I'm going to see what the antenna does pointing down there. And Brandon, K1BOB Good morning, Brandon. You're up. Okay, Brandon, I heard you pass it over to me. I'm getting you just on the SDR. I didn't get an answer on the question. Copy, you got to mow the lawn, fine, and you're getting bees. Yeah, there's a lot of critters in Texas. So we'll leave you for now in Wiley. It's K1BOB and let's move on. See if I can get Steve down there. Tailhook Navy, Kilo 6 Papa X-ray. In San Diego, where the sewage is coming in from Mexico, and you got to go to the BX to shop safely. Steve, go ahead. K6PX. Steve, you're up. Okay, Steve, copy to pass on the question. Understand Steve flew fast and agile aircraft and didn't get up to the heavy category, certainly. Okay, Steve, yeah, a little rough this morning. It's bad propagation. Let's go to, let's see. I see KG5TTE James, one of our club members and net controller, is receive only. And I meant to say hi to Norm, N9KJN in Harvard, Illinois. Good morning to you, Norm. And that's the end of the list as I have it. Have I missed anybody this morning? K1BOB calling. Okay, nothing heard. This is K1BOB. I'm going to go with answering this question today. I meant it to be a little bit tough, not too tough. Some of you got the right answers for the wrong reason, so that's a good thing. And so the question was, which statements are false? And statement A was the heavy designation generally means an aircraft has certified maximum weight of 300,000 pounds, and I know our commercial pilots certainly knew that, and that is certainly a correct answer. I think most everybody got that right. Statement Bravo, the term super technically means super heavy. It is only used for the Airbus 380, but not the 747. Well, and the Antonov AN225 is not flying anymore unless they can get it running again in the middle of a war, since it was bombed by the Russians at the beginning of the war over there. So that was false. The Boeing 747 does not qualify. I think Dale said that loud and clear and certainly started a lemming line. The A330 is technically the only super heavy aircraft out there. It's incredibly large. Answer Charlie. The Boeing 757 is classified as a narrow-body aircraft. It is with a maximum takeoff weight of 255,000 pounds. You might find other max gross weights on that. but that's researched that quite a bit. That's considered generally a good one. It's considered a heavy aircraft. It's not because of its weight, because it doesn't meet the 300,000-pound category, but because of the heavy weight turbulence it puts out. With that narrow body and the style of the aircraft, it is treated as if it was a heavy aircraft, although it is not physically heavy. So that was a true statement. The U.S. aircraft C-5 is considered heavy aircraft when it's minimum, when at minimum gross weight. Yeah, it goes over 300,000, and it goes way above that, up to about 550,000 pounds, I believe, max gross weight for wartime use only. So it was true. It's considered a heavy, even at minimum gross weight. And the last one, the F-16 is not considered a heavy aircraft ever due to the winglets. Well, heavy aircraft and turbulence is a product of the wind coming off, the wind turbulence and vortices off the wings. So I threw in that winglet thing to try to distract you. I didn't distract any people on that. I don't know if the winglets do or don't, but that was a false answer. My answers are Bravo and Fox and Echo were false. Bravo and Echo were false. That was my answers. And some of you got the right answers for the wrong reasons, and that was kind of funny, I thought. And I probably one I could have worded better to spook you, but I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to let us know about heavies. I used to listen to the radio just for grins when I was flying commercial. I haven't flown in 20 years on a commercial airliner, but we used to be able to listen to the radio conversation when they wanted to let you. And many times, and in flying in the Air Force, many times we hear the term heavy. I never heard super heavy though, and that was before the biggest Boeing came out. Anyway, that's my story. I'm going to stick to it. And if you want a T-shirt, I'll send you a picture of a T-shirt. This is K1BOB. I don't know. I'll get time for a 73 round. I'll have to make it quick. Let's give it a go. It's tough going here. But let's go back out to bring in Don if he's there. Dale, please. W5OG, would you please bring in K0ZNC?
Okay, we'll do. Don, K0ZNC, go ahead. You're up for the 73 round, W5OG.
Real fine. Thank you, Dale. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. Good night, Bob. In spite of all the SDR problems, it was a good night. I heard probably, I'm going to say maybe half of it fairly clear. And of course, the SDR, that's the only thing I've got, since I can't have a regular radio and transmitter antenna instead of hair. So anyway, everybody have a good one. 73s to all, and we'll see you tomorrow. Back to you, Bob. K1BOB via W5OG, K0ZNC 73.
W5OG back to 10.
Okay, Dale, came in very strong. Sounds good through your radio. Next, let's go out to, and yeah, again, Don, I don't know if he's hearing me or not in the SDR. It's just a bad one for me, Don. I'm just too close. So you won't hear folks up in the Northwest here too well, or west of me. Let's go to W5TIX, Uncle Cliff. Half right. We'll give you a good credit. You got a passing grade, Cliff. Good morning again. You're up. Okay, Uncle Cliff, got all that? No, very good. Well, you get credit. Full credit for the exam today. Pretty well done there. Next, we're going to go to Lee. N5BE, well, you covered the territory on that answer, so you get full credit there, Lee. Go ahead.
K1BOB N5B. You know, when you're a net logger and you're at the top of the list, you can't look stuff up. It's a disadvantage. So I went with my seat of the pants answer, so I got it mostly correct. Well done, Bob. This is a great question because it had some traps in it, and so well done there. See everybody tomorrow, 73 N5BE.
Okay, thanks, Lee. And I know how much juggling you're doing with the net logger and staying up on that, and certainly it's like being Don in the hot seat, number one, and you didn't hear the question. Well done regardless. And if you go on the internet and look a lot of these up, you'll see disparities in gross weight and that sort of thing. And I even saw where the 747 was classified as a heavy, but then I saw a lot more stuff saying nay. The only one is the A380, the huge aircraft. So very good, and thank you so much for doing the net logger just about every day. Okay, next let's try Rod again. KL1Y, El Paso. Rod, you're up, 73. Good answer, sir. First good answer.
Good morning. Good morning, Commander Bob. Larry. And thanks for the compliment there, Commander. And we'll say 73 to everyone. Hope everyone has a great day. That's you, Commander Bob. K1BOB. KL1Y.
Okay, Rod, gets you very lightly here, and congratulations on a good answer. And we'll give you a 73 to El Paso. Let's try Sparks, Nevada again. That's Sparky, KF7GJO. And Dale, I'll need a relay on what Carl says. And good answer there, Carl. You got most of that.
When you're in the water,
Okay, Carl, copied that lightly through SDR2, strangely enough.
He got it all, Carl.
And a good morning to you, sir. 73. And let's go out to John with original thinking there. Got most of the question right. W7AJN. Good morning, John, again.
Good morning again. K1BOB, W7AJN. Well, I got it half right. But I think I'm on a rooming today. Anyway, good question. Really makes the great hat definitely a good net. Tips on some biggies, they're up and down, as everybody else, kind of up and down. But able to get through between the SDR and I actually listened to Charlie's audio as well, just because he's a lot of delay there. But anyway, good net. Appreciate you doing that, and I'll give my 73 to all the flyers out there. Make it a wonderful day, because you're in charge of it. K1BOB, W7AJN.
W7AJN. Good copy, John, and keep taking care of those ladies for us, and we appreciate that. This is K1BOB. We'll go over to Dale, W5OG. Well, I figured you'd know this stuff, Dale. You not only gave a complete explanation of the answers and why they were the answers, you got it right, obviously. W5OG. Thanks for all the help today, Dale.
All right, no problem, Bob. And the 75 is an interesting airplane. That was added on after they discovered that it was, especially the 300 version of the 75, which was not quite to 300,000, almost 275. And but it still had some dangerous wingtip vortices coming off. Even at that weight, so they included it as heavy for the purposes of delaying aircraft for takeoff and landings behind the operation of a 7.5. Anyway, it was a fun question. Thank you, Bob. 7-3, everybody. W5OG, and I'll be over on Echolink.
Okay, Dale. Thanks for the reminder. We will be on Echolink at the conclusion of the net. A few of us are on there already. And we'll see you on Echolink. Go to the AFSC node on Echolink. If you don't have it, get Echolink. It's a lot of fun after a net and other stuff. Let's leave Dale for now. You get the expertise medal on that, Bill. Let's go up to Bill in Scotia. Sorry, I didn't put the antenna on you, Bill. But good answer, Bill. W2 WLD, you're up, sir.
Okay, well, I owe it all to Dale. Dale, thank you for answering the question before me. And Bob enjoyed it as usual. Everyone have a great day. 73, K1BOB, W2 WLD.
Okay, very good, Bill. I think Bill admitted that he he cheated off another test paper there. I've never done that. Okay, Bill, we'll leave you for now. Good signal into here. Let's go out to Charlie. A few folks are watching the stream there, Charlie. Are you getting some thumbs up? K4YDB.
K1BOB, K4YDB. Well, it was good net today. Conditions cleared up, and I was hearing just about everybody over here. And your signal held up really nicely during the whole net, too. And thanks, Dale, for answering that question for me that way. Anyway, 7-3s, everybody. Everybody have a good day. I got to go to the courthouse, so I will see you guys tomorrow. K4YDB back to net.
Okay, Charlie, and thank you again. Got to trundle off to the courthouse. Very good. And next we go to Chief Mike, WW5EMZ. Well, Mike, the first, you've only missed one, so you get a full 50% credit. But that was a little tricky, and I've seen some references that thought the 747 was a heavy, but it was not, in fact. Anyway, over to you, Mike.
Okay, K1BOB, WW5EMZ. Yeah, you got me on that one. I should have just copied off Dale. Heck, I knew that he had the right answer, but I don't know. I must I thought maybe they made up one long one or something, snuck it in there. Anyway, lots of fun. Anyway, had a pretty nice day here in Oklahoma. Hopefully everybody also does okay. We finally got 70 degrees and sunshine and not so much wind today. So hopefully it'll dry out some of this rain and I'll be able to get back to doing stuff in the yard. WW5ENZ, 73s, everybody. Back to you.
Okay, Mike, very good. Getting out and doing the yard. Yeah, you came up to a nice, solid, strong S9 as your usual signal here. Very good. And 73, Mike, let's go out to Bob in Pleasanton. NX6RG with a correct answer. Well done, Professor. NX6RG, you there, Bob?
This is NX6RG. Did he turn it to me?
Yeah, Bob, 73 round, sir.
He turned it to you, Bob. Go ahead.
Okay, thanks. Got him barely last time around. Let's go out to Joe, W5ABI.
Completely faded out, so thanks for the relay, Dale. Well, good net, good question, and boy, we got about 25 knots of wind right now. Clear blue skies, but it's very windy out here, but it's a beautiful day, going up almost 80 degrees today, so things are warming up. Anyway, 73 to all the flyers, and we'll see you on the air tomorrow. K1BOB, NX6RG.
Okay, Bob, your signal came way up there, 80 degrees and windy there in Pleasanton. Very good. And 73, and a good answer there, Bob. Now we'll move on to Joe, W5ABI. Las Cruces. Joe, you're up. Correct answer. Well done, sir.
K1BOB and 575ABI. Look like this is here moving real fast here, Bob. And that is the 73 range. Anyhow, thanks again for being in the net. And 73 to you and all the flyers. K1BOB, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe. Thank you for hanging in with bad conditions. Yeah, Bob just came way up and you went way down, so go figure. Well, let's see what Bob does out in Luce. K2SJP. Bob, if you're there and you got a good answer there, good explanation, sir. I knew you would know.
I think you're just going to over it. I could choose to not have the over in this level. That's how bad the propagation is today about except for the usual suspects well, I lied. It was sunny and bright. Now all of a sudden it's pouring rain over here. We've got a deluge of rain coming down right now. For the glass, that is good. Thank you for running the net, Bob. It was a great question today, that's for sure. See you guys over on Echo Link. Come in. The rest of you guys have a great day. 73. K1BOB, this is K2S.
K2SJP. K1BOB, very good, Bob. And yeah, copied that pretty good last time around. It is that propagation is just weird. Okay, let's go out to Brian, San Antonio, W5DRI. Good answer, Brian. Well done. You're up.
Okay, Bob, K1BOB, WB5DRI. Well, good net, Bob, and great questions this morning. Thanks for getting us all in there. And Bob, your signal was 10 over 9 at one point, but boy, the band is changing around. Your signal's been up and down, and I'm sure mine is probably up and down as well. Anyway, 73s, everybody. Good day. K1BOB, WB5DRI, back to net.
Okay, Brian, very good. Yeah, you just came up to 10 over right now, so it is what it is. Whoops, changing the antenna as I talk to you. Let's go up to give you a 73, Brian. And this is K1BOB. Let's go up to Ray. WB2JJO. 73 round, Ray.
K1BOB from WB2JJO. Well, very good to have a question there. I was going to really call, say that's what the controller would say, because you used the word controller, and I guess they just generalize these heavy aircraft. That's why I said all true. But anyway, it was a good question, Bob, and it was just John Echoing for sure. K1BOB, WBC.
Okay, Ray. Well, you got most all the answers right. You just missed the two false ones, so well done there. Let's see. Let's try. I got to move down to Texas again here. Let's try Brandon and Wiley. KI5 SXC. Brandon, are you there? I don't think I heard you last time around.
I'm here. Hopefully you can hear me. I'll be quick. 73. You guys doing? Thanks for running it, Bob. KI5 SXC.
Okay, just fine now, Brandon. Good S7 here. No problems at all. Thanks for joining us. And 73 to you, sir. See you again. And let's see. We'll say bye to James, who may be receive only still. KG5 CPE. We'll say goodbye to Norm. K9 KJN is hung in there. And I think that is it. Did I miss anybody on today's list?
KG5 CPE 73s, Bob. Just got home, got the shack turned on.
Okay, good signal, James. KG5 TPE just got back, and we'll wish you a 73. Sorry you missed the net this morning. I know you're a busy man. Okay, well, I'm going to close down the net and go over to Echo Link here at quarter after, unless there's any last check-ins, anyone that just wants to say hi, or anything. This is K1BOB, Idaho, for the Air Force Flyers Club net. And we're going to shut down shortly. Are there any other late check-ins or anyone who just wants to raise their hand and say hi? Kilo 6, Whiskey Tango, good morning, sir. What's your name and location? Okay, Houston, got all that. You faded out right at the end there, but thanks for checking in with us from Thousand Oaks, California, and KK6 Whiskey Tango there. Thanks for saying hi. They're Thousand Oaks, I think you said. Very good. Well, feel free to join us. We started 1500 Z. We started an hour and 15 ago, and we usually have a question today regarding aviation or the military aviation. So thanks for joining us, Houston. Is there anybody else before I close down the net and go to Echo Link? Okay, well, nothing heard here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this morning in pretty darn rough conditions, but I thought it was good enough to try 73. Glad I did, because the conditions were going up and down for everybody. This is K1BOB signing off and relinquishing this frequency for normal amateur radio use. K1BOB, please.